the fourth crystal. With Brakmar long lost into the wherever as he chases after fortune, you're now left into Shadow Song Valley. After about 3 days away from the Templars, you arrived, and then you quickly dealt with Mavidian, who was trapped inside the box from where you first fought him during the first early encounters. And after being able to defeat him and claim the fourth crystal, through the use of a wish spell, you were all thankfully able to come back seemingly unscathed. You are now still here on the table. You have not recovered. We'll continue exactly on the scene from where we left off. Ragnarok with 1 HP down onto the table breathing. The others are still in the room, and now Frigus has the four crystals in hand. Forming together, it formed the tiara.
Tiara.
Okay. What does the party do?
Take a rest.
I'm
The
just
time now is
lying on
about
the ground.
the time now since you woke up and you went to the box. It's about 10 a.m.
What?
Yeah,
We're
we haven't
exhausted.
been gone for that long.
The day hasn't even done anything.
Yeah.
It was a less than 3-minute fight.
And I
was,
was prepared to
Yeah.
die for days in there.
A lot happened during those times.
Oh,
Just
I was
lying on the
surprised that
ground.
you guys managed to come out unscathed. I mean, I guess we should have prepared a bit more about how to come out from there.
We are not
I was
truly
unscathed.
unscathed.
I was
We are not unscathed.
No, I mean you're
We
still
could-
alive. You still have not lost anything besides the eye you already lost. Are you sure you don't want me to fix that for
I
you?
almost lost him.
We are literally black and blue, dusty, blood everywhere. We've been hit by like 50 rocks.
Alright. I forgot about
I
that.
almost have.
like one eye swollen to the extremes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like an eye missing and a lot of emotional damage.
You can see it through the other, it's blue.
Yeah. I almost have to left him to die.
Yes, you need to manage your spells better. We knew the plan. We should have rehearsed it, but
That's true. To be
Because you-
fair, he's very tough. He keeps blasting us with those magic.
DM,
blasts
I
thingy,
cast
mathingy.
I
yes.
cast level. What is this? Level 8 heal
is this?
on.
Oh,
No,
what
because
is
I
this?
see 9 and I see 7. Then I was like, where's my 8? Where is my 8th level spell? Yeah, I cast level 8 heal onto Ragnar. No, I mean yeah, Ragnar. So he gets 90 flat.
Okay.
Thanks.
And then I cast
Oh, thank you.
because I think Frigus is not that high, so I'm just gonna cast level 6 and he gets 70.
Well,
It's like,
that's
are you
more
fine
than
now?
enough. I'm at to full
Yeah.
health now.
Yeah. With 70, Frigus is full life. With 90,
Yeah, my full
I'm
life is
just-
at 92.
I'm just past halfway now. I have 107 out of 192.
Oh my god. I
have
thought you were
100
about
HP
mine. I
more than
forgot.
Frigus.
I forgot that you like far ahead of mine. Cause I'm at 147. Oh.
You literally have like double my health.
Yeah,
more than double. Yeah.
100 more. Ragnarok has stuff, and now the latest level. I remember how I ended last session. I wrote it, I didn't say it, so I'm gonna say it again. So we come back. I tell you to rehearse. We need to rehearse fights next time. Going in willy-nilly at 10 a.m. just after eating is not an option for us anymore, considering the stakes. Please keep the house locked up. I don't want people to bother me again. I was thinking about a certain mutagen while I was bedridden during the last couple of days. I will go work on that. You do whatever. Goop, take a ball or something and. Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk to Goop. Goop, Goop.
Goop is unconscious? No.
No,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
alive, just 1 HP.
I
Oh,
think he's
Actually,
like
no, but like it's
super
I
weak,
made
right?
it dramatic. Yeah, you're not. You're exhausted, but I made you 1 HP, so it's dramatic.
He's into a
Isn't his
puddle.
strength like
yes.
3 now?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Isn't his strength like 3 because the wish?
He's so small.
I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, at his size. Yeah, his height has.
I'm under 3 feet now. Like,
I'm gonna scoop goop. Find a big bowl, put him in, like rest. I would go work on my mutagens and go because I don't think we're doing something else today, and that's my excuse for getting rage. The mutagen I took liberties with. That's how I'm gonna flavor it.
How do I find the
Basically under
sword?
influence.
How do I find the sword? Like it it
Isn't the
tells us that
tiara supposed to point the way?
yeah, but
Have
do
you?
I know the way now?
Maybe you should try attuning to it. It could do something.
Well, it is an artifact of Orcus. I think the last thing I'd like to do is to attune to it. Or maybe it doesn't do anything because it hasn't done anything to me so far.
DM, I just
Yes.
remember because I was saying that I can't cast regenerate because I don't have holy water. I just remembered that it's not priced, so technically I can just use my shield, right?
Yeah.
My focus.
If it has no price value,
Yeah.
yes.
So it's like, Frigis, do you want me to give you back your eye or not?
You can do that?
Yeah, I
I
just
thought you said you need like a holy water that
yeah, I
you don't
just
have.
realized that actually I don't need much, so I can kind of bypass it by using my shield as a focus.
Wow.
It'll take a minute though.
Okay.
It'll take an hour
Okay, yeah,
though.
just
So,
I don't think I have an eye patch, right? It's just
oh my God,
blank
it's
eye
like,
holes.
is it like one eye
Your
constantly
call.
closed or what? Or like
I
just a
think
black
they
void?
I think they are a black void, right?
Oh,
I
It's
don't know,
your
do they
call.
I think they took my eyelids too.
yep,
So it's like a void with a missing piece of skin,
a flap.
just
Oh,
like torn out. That's
that's
probably
That's
like
disgusting.
insane.
a like like when you pull out something that's kind of like a vacuum, it leaves a mark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
it
use
leaves
their
like
mouth too, so that you probably have scars all around too.
yeah, it's really bad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just yeah. You can do it. That'd be nice. I don't think I can live with the lack of depth perception for long. I kept bumping into random stuffs, and yeah, I would like my eye back, please.
Okay, so I'll just take Frigis back to her room and then start the 1 hour and 1 minute
Okay.
spell.
Just as this happens, you begin to hear from the outside that the sky turns the a light rain begins to come through, and it gets stronger and stronger as it slowly approaches your building. And as the windows strike open, you hear in your mind this loud voice that echoes. Hopefully that didn't get voice canceled, but you begin to hear that voice in your mind, and the windows that open, they bang against the side of your walls, and you can see that the sky is red for a second. A lightning strikes down, and then it slowly dissipates after that.
Ooh,
After it dissipates, you begin to look at each other and wonder what had just happened, when suddenly above your room, just as Frigis and Lisbeth are about to go up, a portal appears from above. It's just a black portal, doesn't have any ethereal colors, and suddenly there's this female that just drops herself onto your table, and she's not someone you've seen before. Caleb, describe your character.
Initiative.
Hello? Yes, hello. So I'm Nidali from League of Legends. I
You
look
thought
like
you
that.
said Vayne.
No, I changed it. But my name is Vane though.
Okay.
Yes, that is. Yes, I am a female. I'm a female.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
This is my first time.
All right. So a woman described as such begins to fall. Well, not begins. Falls onto your table, and she's currently unconscious.
Uh, who? How?
What,
Hello?
Sorry, I missed that. What?
what happened?
A lady fell from the sky?
A
Like,
portal appeared on top of the ceiling, on the ceiling, and a female fell into the room and dropped onto your table.
should we?
Goop, Goop, are you okay? You splashed everywhere.
Just very weak.
What? I will check if it's an illusion.
How would you check that? Are you
Uh,
gonna attack?
that was the memes. I'm just gonna take a fork that got like that fell to the ground and like throw it at her to see if it bounces.
It bounces off of her.
Then I look at Lisbeth because she's unconscious.
Should we tie her
Can I
up?
make a medicine check to see if...
Good point.
I
All
think
right.
we should. I think we should tie her up.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you tie her up, and as you tie her up, Elizabeth comes closer and begins to inspect her physical condition. Make a medicine roll, please.
Okay, give me a second.
Hmm.
Medicine,
I
medicine.
I will help you
Ah,
as I oversee the thing.
I will try to crit it. Nah.
All right. You can see that she is absolutely in peak physical condition. Just as Nidalee is in League of Legends, you can see that she's got toned abs, nice muscular arms, but not big biceps or triceps, just toned. And she's fainted onto your table with no sign of physical stress.
She seems like a fighter with that kind of body.
Is
What can I
human
try?
condition?
Oh, with a 28, you can also tell that she's not unconscious, she's asleep.
Oh,
Well, you're unconscious when you're asleep, but it's
oh,
not like she's passed out.
all right.
What? What
I
is
tell the
her
guys
race?
that then, like, do you
Human.
need to wake her up now, or should we give her some space? There should be a reason if she fell asleep.
If she was about to wake up, I think she would have when she fell on the table and then got bound in her sleep. So I think we need a way to wake her up.
Hmm.
Could we though? Like maybe we we could wait. Maybe she woke up on her own.
Let's give her an hour or two while we try to figure her out.
Uh,
Where is she now? Still on the table?
By a chair, I imagine, tied up.
All right.
no, on the table. We need to see her hands.
Okay.
Like this.
So you're tying her
Uh,
on the table?
just like this.
Ah.
Wait,
We're on a stream, you'll get canceled.
It's okay, I haven't shared the video yet. You're safe.
Frigis, does your spell identify work on people? Maybe.
I don't think so. I think it only works on objects. Yeah, it only works on object.
Ray's dead, but she's not
I
dead.
mean, we can't really identify people, do we? Oh wait, Yeah, nah, I can't do that right now anyway. I could we could wait 4 hours and I can prepare detect dots.
Perhaps you can do that. In the meantime, I'll just cast Cure Wounds level 1 on her just to see what happens.
If you touch, if you instead touch a creature through the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting them.
Oh,
It's the last line of identify.
I guess
Oh.
I can detect magic to see if she's affected by it. By other magic it is, after I Cure Wounds. If nothing happens. So, yep, no, wait. I cast it as a ritual.
Okay. Well, both of you, as you begin to cast Cure Wounds upon her, expend your spell slot and also heal her. Um, you begin to cast Detect Magic, and Frigis begins to cast Identify. And as Frigis is identifying, you can see that her hand sort of just hovers around her body, and there's this faint blue glow on Frigis's hand. And the eye that's missing in Frigis's corner begins to grow bright blue again, one more time, similar to when she would be able to see into the future and into the past. But this time it's
Actually,
much
I
more
can
faint.
actually I
Yeah?
can still do that. I still have some time left on foresight.
Oh yeah, then it's there. It grows suddenly stronger as identifies being cast upon it. And you can see that Frigis' expression begins to change a little bit, and simultaneously as Lisbeth finishes casting her detect magic, you can see that there's this orange glow onto her body. And she's under the subjection of a, let's see.
You mean, um,
She's under the enchantment. She is under a spell of the enchantment school, and that she is put into magical sleep.
mm,
Oh,
enchantment and magical
interesting.
sleep. Is magical sleep enchantment?
She's a sleeping beauty. Didn't know that I would be meeting one.
I have sleep as a spell, but I can't find it. But yeah,
Maybe we could try to spell it so that she'll wake up.
you have the spell?
I don't think I
Oh yeah,
do.
it is enchantment. I have sleep as a spell. Can I make some sort of religion or whatever check to figure out what I can use to wake her up besides the physical?
What are you? What did you request before? You said before, aside from physical.
I want to because I have sleep as a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is the I got it from the Fey Touch
Mm-hmm.
feat. So I just
Mm-hmm.
want to see if I can figure out a way that might wake
Make an Arcana
people
check.
under sleep.
It's a magical sleep. You're not sure if it's exactly the same as a sleep spell.
No,
You
you
could
don't
definitely
know.
tell if it was the same as a sleep spell, she would have woken up from the fall, but she has
Yeah,
not. So
yep.
make an Arcana check.
It's a 5. It's a dead.
Yeah, you're unsure.
Yeah.
You're not sure what this is.
Mm,
It's some type of magical effect that is currently affecting or afflicting her.
yeah. Could make someone
Yes,
sleep,
we
but
could
when I
try
do that,
dispel magic, but I don't have dispel magic. Do you have dispel magic, Lisbeth?
um, I don't think it's in my repertoire.
Oh
It's not
well.
prepared of. I have detect, detect, detect. What level is
Well,
it?
3.
Don't see it. I have removed curse. Does it seem like a curse?
Mm,
It could be.
with an
Oh wait, I
Arcana
have
of
dispel
5.
magic. It is prepared. My bad. I forgot I used it before. Yeah. Okay. I will do that then. There it
All right.
is. Cast.
All right. You can see Ragnarok sort of just shoving to the corner very weakly, completely bruised, like after a very intense workout, like every fiber of your muscle in your body just hurts, and you move towards Goop, but before you could even finish telling Goop what to do, he's also in a very bad state. He's very small, he's flubber, he's almost just like a pool onto the floor when Lisbeth begins to cast the spell. Uh, as soon as you do, you can hear this glass shatter and just an audible sound, but of course it's from the spell itself. And suddenly the eyes of this individual begin to open up immediately. And does it do anything?
Mechanically or what?
I
No, I mean the female on the table.
oh, I'm awake. I jump up and like jump into like an aggressive state,
Mm-hmm.
like surprised aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's like ooh ooh
Yes.
ooh ooh ooh.
Draw my sword.
It's kind of like when you fright a monkey. It goes like, oh, what's that? Fight, fight! They'll never take me alive.
Then
Monk.
I'll look at my hands and my body, and then I say, "What is this sorcery?
What do you mean?
What
What is your
what
sorcery?
what did you do to me? Where am I?
I mean, we could ask the same thing, really. Where do you come from anyway? You just kind of fell down the
What
ceiling.
am I?" He's very distracted. What what is happening?
DM, is it
Inside joke.
human? Or what race was it?
Sorry?
What race is
Human.
this?
What race is this character? The form that you have. What's your insight bonus, Ragnarok?
0.
Mm, you're not sure if it's an act or a ploy, but you could tell that at least based on the reaction, it seems pretty natural a reaction. It doesn't mean it's true. It could just be that this is a particularly good actress. But as she looks, you do notice one thing, that the claws that she has, not claws, the fingers that she has is claw-like. So the nails on her fingers are extremely sharp and they extend about 2 inches down her hand.
Rar.
Raw XD.
So
Yes,
she's
Rar
not human.
XD. Asterisk, asterisk.
Let's roll
Bro.
initiative. I attack Frigus.
Bro, no, come on.
Right now, no, you're still. I only
You're
healed
still
you half.
injured. No. No,
Try
don't
to
do
shield.
it.
Try to
There's
shield a plus of 21.
there's a
Even on the
reason I
two, that's
didn't heal you to
23.
full. You need to rest.
Oh no, you could shield that. Fuck.
Holy cow.
Let's calm down and tell us your story. How did you ended up here anyway?
Or you can make a new character sheet.
I don't know. I sniff them. Like lean just a bit and then
Per I backed out. Personal boundaries, please.
I don't know what's happening.
Yep, neither do us.
So you don't know who you are.
Uh I know who I am, but I am not like this before.
Ah,
Elaborate.
I
seems.
used to be like what the word for it? Like cat. I'm like big cat before.
And okay,
So
so you can
So
shape
this
shift?
is not your doing?
No, no, we have no control over any of this. You just kind of fell from the ceiling.
I go down the table but on all fours and I sniff them. You know, like a cat or like a dog.
well, at least
Rawr.
You
you could speak our language even if you used to be a big cat. Basically, out of character is not a tabaxi, right? It's more like a cat lady thing, or human acting like a
Yeah,
cat.
oh sorry, yes.
Okay. Let's see. Oh,
give give me an hour if if you've been changed into a new shape. I think I can help with that. But I need some time
what are you trying to do?
to focus on.
Yes, do his
He said
magic.
What was it called?
Do you remember making anyone angry when you were your other shape?
No. In fact, now that I think of it, I don't remember that much.
That is quite
Hmm.
difficult.
It's kind of
A
weird that
classic.
this happened twice.
Good. Yes.
Like Goop doesn't Goop doesn't remember either. Maybe it's his crew. It could be his crew, right? Right, Goop?
Goop, 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 goop.
Goop. Goop's like it's about to turn into like a when you drop slime.
Yeah, just Goop.
Yes. Goop.
I translated in Guptan, since Ragnar can speak it.
In Gupta.
Basically, Ragnar's
Mm.
asking if the lady, the cat-like lady, is a member of your crew.
I've never seen this woman in my life.
He
But you,
said no.
Can I sleep? I would like to sleep.
alright, I didn't heal Goop. Poor Goop.
Oh
I
boy.
just cast a level 5 cure wounds on Goop and then send him off. Let
Save him up. Alright, kids, it's time for school now.
uh where is the
Don't
level 5?
forget your lunch.
Most things can be slept through,
Right,
so
so Goop,
you
you're
should be
cured
fine,
for
right?
33.
Oh, thank you. Oops, that's damage. That's not healing.
Yeah. So what do we do with her?
Sorry, I was muted. Did you guys hear I said I cured Goop for 33?
Yeah,
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 we
yeah.
Okay,
heard
okay.
that.
Alright,
Yes, thank you.
What
okay.
what what do we do with her? I mean,
No, Dakota.
As
she
I said,
doesn't.
I might be able to revert her back, but I need a bit of time after our fight to do that. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. You're the ones with spells. I
Yeah,
don't
but
think a potion or some herbs will do anything to her.
I mean, we could try your way, Ragnarok. Of I can't do much either with the current spells I have. I can try to probe. I can try to probe her minds, but I need some time.
Um, Lady, what's your name? My name's Ragnok. Sorry for
Oh
we're
yeah,
on guard. We just finished. We just had an experience.
yeah, and
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Uh, my name is Vanes Velka.
Wayne's Whalecat,
Svelka.
Svel,
Welcome.
Svelka.
Whalecat.
Isn't it Zvekla?
Svelka. No, I checked in Google Translate. They say Svelka.
All right.
What is it? Am I saying it right? It's supposed to be Russian. I guess I'm not saying it right.
It's okay. It
Zveka?
is whatever you
I
say it
don't know.
is.
Svelka.
I Whalecat. So Wayne's Whalecat,
Svelka. Yes.
Whalecat.
Wait, I
That
will research again. I think meaning in Russian.
man, your name's a
Vein Svelka?
your 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 name is hard to pronounce. No offense.
Zvelkla. Bruh.
They say yes, Svelka. Svelka.
Zvelkla. I don't know. I don't speak Russian. So is it like
What is it?
beat? Is
What
it
is it
beat? Is it?
supposed to mean?
Hmm?
What's the meaning?
It's supposed to be beetroot, I think.
Beetroot?
Yes.
So practically vein beetroot?
Yes, but you don't know that. Well, I guess you know that because I told you.
It's meta, so it's okay.
Okay, so well, you can stick around if I guess. I guess you can
Do
kind of
you have
stick
food?
around. Yes, we do. Hungry?
Yes. May I have
Baklava.
some?
Um,
No.
yeah, our I think we have some leftover stew from the morning, right?
Stew. What is this stew you talk about?
Well, meat soup.
Mm, yes. For a show.
Yeah, and potatoes and such.
DM,
Yes.
do we still have an empty room that she can stay in?
And Dural's room is always empty.
I'll take Andorra's room and I'll
Oh,
give her my
Didn't
room.
wait, didn't Goop took the room already?
Goop went in there
Sleep.
to like look through stuff.
Didn't he sleep in there?
yes.
Maybe
Did he? Okay.
I mean,
last night.
she can take
Sometimes.
my room. I can sleep elsewhere.
Right room. For now, we're in the kitchen. Let's keep eyes on her. We still don't know what's up with her.
Yeah. Well, we can. Yeah, I'll go get some food. Cook a bowl of stew and just serve it to her. Here, meat soup with potatoes and random things.
Thank you. I eat it with just like
Okay, etiquette is not your strong suit,
like a
I
dog.
see. Etiquette's not your
Still
strong
bound.
suit, I see. Well,
Oh,
we
not
can
bad,
still
not bad. I like this. So what you call this again?
stew.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Did you put beetroot in there?
All right.
I mean,
So for brevity's sake, let's say that this new lady of yours that you are relatively concerned for is able to eat a meal, and after she eats a meal, she spends the entire hour just hopping down all that soup. She constantly looks for all the vegetables and fruit. It's not anything she's used to. Most of the food she'd eat is raw, so this is definitely a new set of experience for her. Um, Goop is practically in the room just resting. You'd hear the occasional bloop from whatever reason inside the room, but then it would just go away after a while. Hopefully he's recovering. And after an hour of just watching her, she downs the whole pot of soup. Like all the stew inside there, it's gone. She's obviously coming from whatever side effect of what was placed upon her, and she seems to be extremely hungry. After finishing the last serving of your stew, that is only when the person seems to be satisfied and eventually lets out a loud burp. An hour has passed. You can click short rest if you need to, and you are all now in the living room, and Goop is in the room sleeping. What does the party do?
um, I'll try to look for the sword. I hold the tiara in my hand. Does that do anything?
Right now, as you hold it, you can see that there are cracks that are in between the four crystals and they have been melded. So it's very little, it's very slight. There's just these orange sort of rays of light if you gleam it against the sun. But in general, it's not doing anything for you right now.
Well, let's see if you are if your shape was changed. I guess. It will hurt. Don't freak out. I have your word. I'm gonna pummel strike Vayne multiple times.
Oh, using
How
your
many
brand.
times?
Yeah, I will brand her,
Mm-hmm.
ride her, and
Scared.
hit her.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll for damage, and Caleb roll for save.
Excuse.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Wait, what save?
Wisdom, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. I will hiss as he attacks me. Um,
Three times.
27. Sorry.
Damn.
Makes it. Well, I tried.
Can you not do it multiple times?
Uh,
Are they immune if if they succeed once? Like some
from the
effects.
wording, I get that it's the when you apply the brand, and
Mhm.
then if they try to change again afterwards, I think I need
Oh.
to apply the brand again. As it says, it must succeed on wisdom saving throw or revert to its form or be stunned until the end of your next turn. Whenever a branded creature attempts to alter its form, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or have the attempt fail.
Yeah, you're
If
right.
it is stunned until the end of... So I need to brand her again, which is in one short rest.
Then bong her again.
Monk.
Bonk.
So I guess I would have dealt 22 points of damage.
Wow.
Just with the pommel on the arm,
Mm-hmm.
then you hear a crack.
Is that
Oh,
all?
sorry.
All right. So she suffers for damage. There's a brand that appears on her hand, if I'm not mistaken. However, there's no effect onto changing her form back into her original form, you assume. What does the party do now?
Well,
Said,
what now?
I
well, it could be a curse. If you give me a day, I could try and see if we can. I can remove it.
But wait, we don't have time for that. If we need to be on the
yeah,
track for tomorrow, for the sword.
and I still don't know where it is. I might have to wear it, but I don't know what's the consequences there will be. Like you remember the wand, right? Ragnarok. If you
Yes,
use it, then you practically become evil.
yes, I remember you saying something along the lines of you will die,
Yeah,
or
like
be
that.
possessed, or both.
So what I'm going to try is I'm going to try this on, and if I turn evil, I need all of you to kill me.
No,
Wait,
we're not killing
wait.
you.
Non decora.
A,
Isn't
a
I look at Lisbeth, the spell you're talking about to remove a curse.
Mm?
It I've heard a bit of it. Shouldn't it work on cursed items? Meaning that if we, instead of killing you, we could raid tomorrow. You prepares that spell, and first thing in the morning you put the crown on. And if something goes wrong, then she can try to remove it from you with the spell instead of us killing you.
well, if
It's true.
that works, but I do remember something about remove curse that it sometimes doesn't work if the artifact is too powerful. I don't
That
know if
is true.
that's the case.
It is a pretty simple spell, and there's no real way to mm, cast it at a stronger force.
Well, does you identified it, right?
I could identify it, yes.
You
Why
haven't?
didn't
should.
I think of this sooner?
Yeah, not you
Uh,
could, you should. Yeah,
Yeah.
young lady, you've. I start to notice you have problems with your
I-
attention. Is that an elf
Yes.
problem?
Couldn't I mean you should have realized by now that
gosh.
I
Gosh.
may have brain damage from the rocks and the missing eye socket and other traumatic experiences that may diminish my overall attention span. And oh, and also the door. Yeah, I may have I might have claustrophobic by now.
Oh shit.
She did lose levels also in hell, basically. So
Yeah. Oh
Wait,
yeah, and
have I
I did
returned?
suffer insomnia for a short period of time.
Have I returned Bridges
Man.
her eye? Cause technically the laugh thing happened when we were going to do it.
you're about to, so you know you have not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's the
She
eye
said she
thing as
cast
well. Still no.
regeneration.
No, no.
It still took some
It's an
time.
hour and a minute. So it's like after that, as we were leaving the room, suddenly ha 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 plop, and
Yeah, basically. So I still miss an eye, and we have this tiara that may or may not corrupt me before. Yeah, I will identify it to see if it will curse me and to the damnation of 9 hells I go. Yes, identify on it as a ritual.
Okay. What are you casting Identify on, just to be clear?
The tiara.
Okay.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. Just go for it.
All right.
I just remember something.
Um, despite having cast Identify, can you make an Arcana check for me on top of that?
Okay. Plus 11, plus 11. Let's go. Oh wait, I have advantage too because foresight.
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 No, okay.
Hold on. This might be. No. Okay, 27.
Okay. With the 27, you can definitely tell that there's this arcane element onto the tiara, onto the circlet. Having been made from the 4 crystals that you've gathered throughout this time, there's still these imperfections in between, despite having to put them inside the ley line from where you saved Mavidian. There's this conflict into the weave that you could sense is preventing it from being able to function to its full capacity. You already have the wand with you, and the wand seems to not have that type of chaotic element into it. So if you practically hold it, the wand feels like a magical item, a strong, evil magical item. But when you hold this, there's something wrong about it. It's like the weave doesn't work with it. It's like two opposite magnets. It's pushing each other away, and there seems to be a problem with how the tiara is set. You're not sure exactly why, despite having a 27. You feel it's more about a ritual or a requirement that isn't fulfilled for you to be able to use it as the key that finds the sword of Orcus. And with such a high roll, you pretty much you pretty much have the thought pop inside your head that you know someone who might know what to do with this. And if you remember, the person who told you about these crystals from the very first session was also Kane Descartes.
Oh, I don't know him,
Oh.
right? Because it was before I joined.
You've met him
No.
in passing when you traveled to the swamps. He's an old
Oh.
man in gray robes.
Well, I got some information out of that. The tiara is not complete. It,
What?
there's some conflicting forces between it that kind of makes
Wait.
it incomplete. But I think I know where we can get more clues.
Okay, I guess. But that essentially means we've been scammed. So,
Well, I wouldn't say that we were scammed. Do- Uh, we have to visit Kane Descartes in Heinfeld.
Heinfeld. Hindfoot. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Um, do you want
wait,
to
is he
teleport
still
there?
there? Is he still there? I mean, he's a spellcaster. Is he?
You saw him after the affliction, so yes.
Oh, oh, right. My mind is truly lost.
It's 2.5 years worth of content in real life. I would expect as much.
If
I mean,
you want.
we could, yeah,
Yeah.
we could teleport there. I have some spells left.
What about the girl though?
It must be connected. It can't just be a coincidence.
There are no accidents. I've heard some turtles say that once. I didn't remember where. I mean, she could come with us
Would she want
because,
to?
yeah. Do you want to come with us on an adventure towards uncertain death?
Yeah, we're doing something a bit dangerous, but you look like you could handle yourself.
I don't know. I've hit her once. It doesn't look like it.
That's because you're very strong.
I wasn't trying to hurt her. It was just part of the condition to try to lift her changes.
Hmm.
Yes, I go with you.
Well, I guess that
That
settles it.
settles it.
I don't feel too good
Okay.
about leaving her to wander off.
Yeah. To be really honest, I thought of the same thing. I don't know if she will harass the villagers or not, and I don't think group can keep an eye out on her. Well, to Heinfeld we go. Ready?
Now?
What do you mean?
Well, we need information.
Oh yeah,
So
that's true. We're not
Yeah,
going
but
to fight. I guess we can go now.
how do we go there?
teleport.
Do you want your
What?
eye back first before we do that though?
Do we
I
have
mean,
to?
you're the one who said that we are short on time, and I know Heinfeld very quite well. There's a teleportation circle there, even.
Is there?
There is.
Ragnar doesn't know that it was Brockmore.
There is. And we can
Well, that
teleport there.
you should start. We should start with that.
I'm sorry to have made you concerned from. Yeah, yeah. It's been a lot. I mean, ever since you've been attacked by that thing, we've been teleporting around random places
In the
for
past, in the past 4 days, I've died once after teleportation, and I've just almost died after not getting brought back.
teleport.
Yes, so I am indeed wary of such magic.
Yeah. I mean, it takes 2 days, I think, to travel on horses to Heinfeld.
Much longer than that. It's a 1 week
Oh,
journey just from you to New Crest Hill, and from New Crest Hill, that's another 1 week journey. If you remember the whole event of the first part of the campaign, just waiting for reinforcements from New Crest Hill from the bandits took like eight
Oh yeah,
days.
ah,
we finished them off by the time they came out.
That's right.
yeah, and we're short on time, so
I'm not saying anything about being against teleporting. I'm just saying that you should tell us first. That way we can prepare. Because if you were wary of me hurting the girl. I think you should be more wary of trying to teleport and disassemble her. Because if it goes poorly, normal people I don't think can survive, can they?
Uh, it's it's fine. Like
Didn't you roll like Giga High the first time and you did like 40 damage?
it's it's fine. Like nothing bad's gonna happen. I have this under
It's
control now. I mean, we teleported to a very familiar place. It's not going to be anything like the whole Templar seeking debacle again.
bro, your first mishap was enough to kill a level 8 wizard. What the fuck are you talking about? Uh,
It's only 3d10.
oh my god. Well,
Oh,
if
oh
you say
yeah,
that you know the place and they have a teleportation circle, I'm sure it will be fine.
yeah,
Obviously, it should, right?
yeah. It should be fine. I'm.
What if their teleportation circle broke?
I think they are secured, right? They are. It's in like some sort of room in the building.
Okay,
I'm
in
sure
game,
it can be broken.
lore-wise, if something breaks like a teleportation circle, then you would not be able to make a link with it mentally. So it wouldn't like consume your spell slot, and you would just know like, oh wait, there's the teleportation circle isn't there.
Hmm.
Oh, sorry, it would consume your spell slot, but it doesn't like take you there.
I don't think they're gonna
Yeah,
be destroyed.
don't worry. I'm just playing my Witcher dislike of portals, which are now justified
It is
multiple
very
times.
justified. Not
Yeah,
judging.
yeah. All right, so we agreed on teleportation.
As you
Oh,
mentioned,
uh,
it is probably less likely for you to fall out this one, so
yeah. Okay, we go now on three,
do we need
two,
anything to bring?
one. No, we don't need anything.
Alright,
We go now.
I
Cast
guess.
teleport to Heinfeld.
Okay. You
I will
immediately
cast
cast
it at
teleport
9th
towards.
level.
Okay.
It doesn't do anything. I just don't have the slot for it.
Okay. You cast teleport before people could even recognize. Like Ragnarok still has this paranoia over portals, and you still have this new companion with you. And Lisbeth is asking you if you need to prepare anything, and you're like, nope. You all get sucked into this orange portal in the middle of the room. That to the point where it's such a strong spell because you're using a 9th level spell slot. You bring an extra chair with you, so you get to suck into the portal, and then you immediately reapparate into New Crest Hill. And from here, you know that the New Crest Hill teleportation circle is inside Crest Hill Mansion, or Crest Hill Manor. And from here, poof, you appear right off into the middle, and you're surprised by how the things look here. It looks like they're doing relatively well. It was always richer than everything else, and it was always Heinfell who had taken care of all the people here. I don't know if you guys still remember what happened here, but there was a person named Heinfeld who funded the whole village for free. He was practically the only person who was funding all the armor, all the suits, and everything. He's like a long line of nobility, but he died during the raid. And from since then, it was his butler who was taking care of it. And to this day, you still haven't asked him for his name, but you know his face, and he's there, and he's sitting down onto the manor seat, and it seems that you interrupted a meeting as you appear right on top of this really long table. Like if you watch medieval movies, there's these really long tables that lead towards a throne. It's similar, except this table could probably fit about 16 people, and you apparate right on top of it. Papers begin to fly everywhere, and you can see a line of people with fancy regal clothing surprised at your arrival. And from there, the butler off to the other side, you can see now that his hair has grown long, and it was originally brown. It has now grown strands of white. and he seems a lot skinnier than you've seen him before. He is, however, donned into more fancy clothing. Each finger on his hand has a ring, and he looks at you and he says, "Why, hello.
I'm holding
It's
a chair. Hello.
it's been a while since I've seen you." And you can see that the way he projects himself, he used to greet you rather dryly, but now the way he speaks is more, if it makes more sense, it's more political. Like somebody's on the spotlight. So
Uh,
he speaks very carefully and his words are enunciated very clearly, like, "Hello. It's been a while since I've seen you." And he looks
do
at you.
do we recognize any of the guests that he has to be
Not at
anyone?
all.
No.
Not at all. Not faces you've seen before, not even a bit.
I guess this doesn't look like a teleportation circle. You lied.
No, no, oh, we are in the right place. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but we are in the right place. But where's the teleportation circle? Where are the teleportation circle?
You begin to look around, and out of a corner of your eye, there's this really long table, right, with tablecloth on top. You sort of like pull the covers underneath, and it's there. They had covered it. It hasn't been used in a long time. There are no spellcasters left here after the Great Cataclysm, so they had just covered it with a table. So you arrive on top of it.
I gesture it for Ragnarok.
Yeah, sorry.
Did
Yeah,
we
it's all right.
expose something that we shouldn't have? They covered it after all.
After a while, you begin to hear murmurs from the back, and one person stands up, and he's much buffer than the rest. He's about 6'2", really buff. He's got the mink coat sort of situation, like a Italian mob boss thing. And he says, "Who are you?" And then, of course, he's quickly hushed down by the butler you've seen before. He says, "They are our friends. These are the heroes of Heinfell. They were responsible of fending off the jackals that struck our village and cost us our dear Lord Heinfell." And they suddenly just murmur down. And the butler, for brevity's sake, says, "My friends, my colleagues, please excuse us. I believe this is urgent matter that I need to attend to." And they all sort of like get upset. They murmur like, "What the heck? We were just here." Like, and then they left.
I really
After they've left,
apologize. Yeah. Sorry.
after they've left, they just begin to. It has been a while since I've seen you. What brings you here to Heinfeld Manor?
We need to speak to Kane Deckard. Deckard Kane.
Kane Descartes. Well, yes, he's still in the watchtower by the Fool's End on the west side, still carrying towards the Asta Field. Would you like me to summon him for you?
We can go see him. I don't really want to interrupt your meetings.
Oh no, you've
No.
been doing me a great pleasure. I've had meeting after meeting. I'm not interested in any more. It's all merely politics. I now see why Heinfeld was quite adamant on staying independent and funding things by himself rather than having partners from here and far. Um, if you don't mind, I'd like to summon him. It would give me an excuse to stay away from any more courtroom meetings if it's all the same to you.
That would be very
Yeah,
helpful. Please.
thank
Yes, of course. Well, he whispers his hand, and there's suddenly just a person that comes in. Somebody who used to have his old job, because he was that person to Heinfeld. He says, and then the person starts running down towards the door. He says, "Please, sit. Let me offer you refreshments."
I put my chair down and sit.
Okay. As you take your chair down, he goes towards the side, and he offers you, of course, like beer, Brambach ale, just wine. And then at the end of it, he begins to gesture to you. "I do have a rather new import. One of these gentlemen brought it to me. They call it Bordeaux's special coffee. Uh, it's something exotic that I haven't had myself, but they say it's enough to invigorate you. Would you
Coffee,
like?"
you say?
Yes, it is. It's not something I've heard of, but apparently they extract it from beans of some sort. But perhaps you'd be interested in them. We've got a
It's
light
been
roast, a medium dark roast, and a dark roast. So
it's been
it
so long since I have them.
it is your decision, whichever you would like.
extra dark, please.
Well done. It shall be. He sits down, he's got this percolator off onto the side, and after a few short moments, he gives you like china and just pours you, he pours you just a drink. And since Frigis was the one who spoke there, you're all given dark roast, and Theodore is probably familiar from the very, very first campaign he's played with me. Coffee restores spell
I
slots.
remember you drank like
Every
lots
3 minutes,
of
like
coffee.
a lot of coffee. So, dark roast coffee gives you a level 1 spell slot back.
Ooh. Well, that recovers the heal that I gave to the cat lady.
Yeah.
I remember this scene so fondly. It's when I worked on my project all night until like 5 a.m.
Oh, so you've had this beverage, this coffee before.
Oh yeah, like back in the university, we basically have this always because students love them.
I see. Well, I don't know where this was imported from, but it's called Bordeaux's coffee. So maybe he's a brewer far away from here. I'm not sure. They say it's an extravagant gift. Personally, I've tried it and I find it a bit too bitter. I prefer my tea.
Some
I
people say put lots of milk and sugar in them. It makes it more tolerable.
Mm. Well,
Ragnar just one shots it. Very mild.
Oh,
Might as well drink water.
yeah. Oh, well, I'm impressed by your tolerance, friend. For me, just one sip brought this bitterness in my mouth. I can't say I'm quite fond of it. And as soon as he mentions this, suddenly the door opens up, and you hear a voice, a familiar voice, in a stick going tuck with tuck, and you hear a person coming from behind. My friends, hello.
Decker!
It's a great pleasure to see you again after your village last time. I fear that I might not hear of you again. I'm glad to see that now my friends in high places can come and stay a while and listen to some more of my stories.
To be perfectly candid, I don't know the words. We almost died a bunch of times. But I'm glad we survived.
Yes, such is the life of an adventurer. But I hear you have urgent news.
Oh yeah. Pulled out a tiara. Found all of them.
Okay. As soon as you enter, he suddenly just springs into action and he looks behind him. The two gigantic doors of the mansion are still open, and he just extends a hand outwards towards them, like Gandalf style, and the doors seal themselves shut and the windows close. Where did you find this?
In the box, which is a demi-plane. We go in them, we took the gem out, the place starts falling down, there's rocks and debris everywhere, we almost died.
No, no, no. I mean, you've collected all four of them.
Oh, from various places, really.
Well, then we must act quickly. He comes closer towards you, and as comes closer towards you, he casts a cone of silence above you, and then he just gestures you to come closer. Everything is quiet. There's no sound, and he just comes. He just beckons you to come closer to him. As you're all together now, and the butler, he then gestures to go away. The butler bows and then leaves and goes towards his quarters. So it's now just the one, two, three, four, five of you inside this hallway, inside this hall. And from here, since you're under a dome of silence, there's no sound that comes in here, and you're practically deafened. And he extends his mind towards you and creates a telepathic bond. And he just mentions, "You are in grave danger. But I suspect that is the whole point. Is it true that you plan on destroying this artifact to finally prevent Orcus from coming back to life?"
Yes.
is there anything else we can do with it?
Yes, I can help you bring this circlet whole. I know the incantation necessary, but after which a portal will open, a place I know not where, and there you will find the sword of Orcus.
I see.
Oh.
Would you need to come with us? Or,
Oh, I would need to keep the portal open.
oh dear.
Otherwise, you will forever be lost in that immaterial plane. It is not a demi-plane like those you've seen. It is a place that exists outside of space, outside of time. A place that only exists to those who know the words to incantate, and it only continues to exist for as long as one of us keeps it open.
So how long can you keep it open for?
While you are inside, time travels much slower for us out here, but by my guesstimation, perhaps a day.
So inside there
Oh.
we would have more, a bit more than a day at least.
Oh.
It would be hard to say how much exactly, but yes, time travels faster in there than it does here.
Oh
How much is
no.
hard to tell.
Oh no, this is some interstellar shit. Oh no.
How does the place look like when we get there?
No one knows. I only know that the incantation will lead to this immaterial plane that hosts the sword of Orcus.
Hmm.
And when we get the sword, we will have all three artifacts, and which we
Yes,
can bring it to destroy at the Celestial Forge.
that's
Isn't
right,
there
yes.
one more?
We need only the sword now.
You, you have the wand, you have the circlet, just the sword left.
We only need the sword now. So.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought we would need the cape too, but okay.
We
Sorry.
Orcus wears cape because he has wings. It get in the way.
Yeah. For us, it's okay. For him, it's the thing he uses like to hide in between his legs.
Yeah, yeah.
no,
The
Oh
loincloth.
no,
Yeah.
no.
For him,
The
it's a
loincloth.
loincloth. For us, it's a cape.
I'm not touching
His
that.
pants.
I think
No.
only Ragnar is gonna touch that. The rest of us, we're girls. We don't want to touch that.
As you do this, he begins to look towards the left and he says, "Pray tell, friend, I've not met you before." And he looks towards Vane.
Sorry? Yeah?
Kane Descartes just looks towards you and he says he's never met you before. He's an old gray man, probably in his pushing like 70s maybe, and he's just asking you who you are.
I smell him.
You smell him and he says, "I see. You have been with afflicted." And he snaps his fingers towards you, and there's this purple dust that just arrives. And as he casts this, you can see that he visibly gets tired. And as he's holding the cone of silence, actually flickers a little bit as he sees that he's just not as strong as he used to be. And he goes, "A victim of true polymorph, I see."
Oh,
Oh
is it a curse?
no, it's not a curse. It's a really powerful spell.
Hmm.
So we just have to dispel it with a stronger spell?
I I suspect that this has more to do with just this friend. Just here in Hindfell, we've had two individuals appear as well. Dragonborn, no less. One we haven't seen in a long time. It seems that now, just this morning, the balance of the weave is once more disrupted, but rather than a cataclysm, we instead feel the after effects of Orcus having chosen his avatar.
Who's in his avatar?
Is it the Dragonborn?
No, I cannot tell. These are just ripples of the weave. all we can say for sure is that now Orcus has a hold onto the material.
So
So
you're saying
what you're
that
saying is that he's he's dropping.
What I'm saying is that he's got a
yeah.
professor guy from the Harry Potter one guy. So he lives inside somebody now.
Yeah. So
Oh.
basically, he creates random bodies and takes over them randomly.
No, not randomly. Like he has one,
He has
and
one.
that's him now. He's
Oh,
possessed the body basically. He's
but
consumed the
pe-
vessel.
but people's
Is it me?
dropping from ceilings and portals are more like a side effect.
Yeah, it's a because Orcus is the god of chaos. Basically, he explains. Whenever
Oh,
Orcus comes, the
He's,
weave.
he stretched the fabric of the weave. Now people are just fall into it.
Yeah. He does as he please and then he tells people that's what my character would do. That's chaotic, right?
I drop peoples on randomly. That's what my character would do. Okay, so at least we know how the tiara works now. I say we go to sleep, and first thing in the morning we go in there.
Well,
If you're
if we
going
do
to
it first, if we go to sleep now, we so it's like 11 a.m. So
yeah, it is very
we
early.
go there at 8 p.m. Because why waste like the 10 hours? What
Yeah.
will we do? And sleep now? I mean, it's a manor. I'm sure we can find place to sleep even in the day.
I am sure that Lord Blank. He doesn't say because you haven't introduced him. I'm so hurt.
Lord
Prepared his name a
redacted.
lot.
Lord
Lord,
redacted.
Lord Redacted. I've actually prepared his name. I think it's pretty cool. So if ever you ask him, uh, what was I
Lord
saying? No, I forgot what I said.
I prefer
Uh,
redacted.
redacted.
Elizabeth thinks that she probably forgot his name and don't want to seem rude to
Like
ask it. It's like,
every time someone says the Lord's name, like there's a glitch in the matrix and Lord.
how come I've lost?
You see when like an event happens in like cut screens or like movies,
Hmm.
like they say something and then something happens, everybody stop talking. Something like that happens every time they say his name. Paper fall off,
Yeah,
or
just
we look
I'm
through the
sure.
window. There's a light shining.
I'm sure that Lord, as he does, like the shatter of the seal, and then suddenly, like the cone is disappears, and he just falls down to the ground on one knee. "Ah,
Exactly.
I need to rest.
we can take you back to the watchtower.
No, I'm sure I'd be able to help you. I just need a few minutes to catch my breath. And he just sits down in a corner. Just as he says, the butler guy comes in, and he says, "Kane Descartes, Kane Descartes, are you all right?" And he says, "Yes, I just need a moment to rest." And of course, he gives you the classic, "Of course, you and your companions can, of course, rest in the manor free of charge. It's the least we could do to the heroes of Einfeld." And he lets you stay in like a president executive suite.
Oh, we'll take it then. Oh, it's time to eat. Let's eat lunch, I guess.
I
Didn't we
like,
just eat like literally?
yeah, it's
We
like,
ate before going into the first like into the box, right?
That's
The
right.
box lasted like 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Then Vane ate, and now we're here. So we
yep.
all
that's right.
just ate.
I was like, I'm going to drag fridges away. And it's like, you, me, 1 hour. Let's go.
Oh, right.
Wow. All right. I don't judge. I mean,
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah.
all right.
yeah.
Okay, so
I blame Enderall.
uh, where's Enderon when you need her?
I
But
blame her for it.
all right. You'll eventually end up in like a room that's prepared for you. Obviously, it's got the best quality of beds. It's not enough to be like extremely well in the standards of Newcrest Hill, but in the standards of Heinfeld, this is well to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's like instead of a 5-star hotel or 4-star hotel, it's a 2-star. It's okay. It's a place where minor celebrities would stay, and you're given all you need. There's water, there's food. The beds are definitely comfortable, and from here, Kane Descartes just sits down in a corner by a dresser and he just looks at all of you, and he has this rather grim expression upon him. And after which, of course, Frigis and Lisbeth disappear to a different room as they do what they do, and
I'm giving you your
after an
eye
hour,
back. I'm giving you an eye job.
as they come back, Frigis now has a whole physical eye back into the room.
I don't know if I like the feeling of the tissue reforming and becoming an eye again. I
Oh,
don't
you
think
heard
I like that
screaming.
feeling. Ah!
Stay still. Takes an hour.
Ah, it's so painful. It's like reliving the memories again.
But in reverse.
But
Oh
in
my-
reverse, I don't know if that's worse.
It took 6
Uh,
seconds to take my eyes. Why does it take 60 minutes to
Why
put
does
it
it
back
take
in?
60 minutes to put it back in?
Ragnarok, when they left, Ragnarok asked for some instruments, things to clean them with,
Mm-hmm.
and some like easily accessible like herbs or chemicals.
Yes.
And for the hour, he got in a corner with good lighting and no
Mhm.
dust, and
Mhm.
worked on his arm, the one he bites for his mutagens.
Mm-hmm.
He works on it. He did some on the strength one. He
Mhm.
basically opened it up to a risky level
Mm-hmm.
because now he can rage.
Oh,
He literally has a rage button now.
Nani?
rage button. Like he's just
Rage button.
Yeah, I exposed all of the nerves, and it will shut out my pain receptors. So I just
Oh.
and
Oh.
he's drugged the fuck up now for 1 minute. He goes
reminds
Bane
me of
mode.
reminds me of
Blood hunter, drug
Berserk.
addict.
Reminds me of Berserk. The Berserker armor reminds me of
Yeah.
that.
I didn't read it. Oh my
Oh,
god.
I only
it's
know
so
of it.
cool. It's so cool. It's such a cool scene. Anyway.
Plus
All of it.
he's wearing black scale armor too.
Oh, let's go! Black Swordsman in the house.
Oh yeah, he's a versatile expert too, so fits.
Yeah,
Oh
that's true.
wait, and
He does Hema in the anime, so the
and I
animation of it is actually Hema in the anime. So pretty
oh
good.
wait, and I hold a rapier and I wore white. Oh no.
No, we're not gonna go.
Oh no, we're not going there. Oh no.
Okay. While this is happening, of course, Vane is just in the corner. And does Vane try to achieve anything as you're now in a new hostile foreign land? And none of this is usually something you would experience.
Is
I
he
just
still
watch.
bound?
I'm assuming not. Hopefully not. What do you do, Vane?
I just sit and watch like a cat.
Okay.
I'm knocking things off the table.
Not yet. Maybe.
Sleeping
Alright.
in random places.
Yeah, the bed definitely is something strange for her. Like her claws get stuck onto the threads, and it takes a while for her to be able to calm down. After which, though, after an hour where Ragnarok takes care of his own physical body, blocking out the pain receptors, blah blah blah, you can now see that Frigis comes back into the room with her eye full, with like tears like drenched onto one side of her face only, as the other tear duct was under construction. So there's like dried up tears on the left side of her face, And
It's
Lisbeth,
still
there's
it's still red.
I sigh,
It's still
kind of
swollen
like.
red.
Lisbeth had to take off her helmet to do it with precision, so you can see like she has a couple of scratch marks on her face as well from Lisbeth from Pridges, but they're now full and whole.
Ow.
Kane Descartes looks at you, and they all he has a very grim expression onto his face, but he also looks like he's just tired. He's with you in the room, and it's a pretty big room.
It hurts every time I blink.
Good, we need to sleep anyway. As Ragnar hurriedly gets his recovers his arms he was working on.
Well, see you in a bit. Oh.
All right, what does the rest of the party do?
Wait, is he going to sleep straight? I mean,
Yeah,
Bridges?
she went straight to meditation mode, but instead of like meditating, she actually does lie down.
Lie down, face on the pillow, like.
Not really, more like face up and just eyes went blank.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
does the rest of the
Ragnar
party
could
try to do
also,
it? Yeah.
yeah, he will also go to sleep, but he will go in like imagine there's a couch for like one
Mhm.
person.
Mm-hmm.
He'll go there, and that way he can have his arm on the side, make sure he doesn't roll on it,
Okay.
so he'll sleep like that.
Okay.
So since it's still raw.
All right. What about Lisbeth and Vane?
It's too early to sleep, but since they plan to go after the 8 hours, I'm like, okay. I'll wait, Vane, I'll ask, is there a room for Vane and also a room for myself?
No, it's one big room.
One big
It's
room,
just
okay.
one big room. There's pretty much every like four beds in this area, but they're all designed differently. It looks like a party room. Like if you had a daughter who was gonna have a sweet 16, it would look like this area where their friends can come and sleep over.
Yeah.
That's
That's a
nice.
very
Um,
Americanized statement. I actually don't know what that would look like, but I imagine it would look like that.
That's nice.
It's big.
I'm going to send a message using the sending stone to
Hmm.
Lecter, and tell him
Hmm.
that we're now in Heinfeld, but we're gonna go into another dangerous mission. So please continue to take care of this town.
Yes, ma'am, I'll take care of it. It seems the dwarves have stuck into something, but hopefully it's not anything too dangerous. They're quite happy about it, but murmurs also show that there might be something they need to handle. But I'll keep everything in check. And oh, by the way, gets cut.
Okay, that was a lot more than I expected, but okay, I was like, blink, blink. He'll be fine. We'll see what happens. If we die, it's not even our problem anymore.
At least they have a
uh,
village.
yeah. And then I'm going to probably spend 1 hour meditating and praying, and then after that I'll go to sleep.
Okay. What about Vane? Eh,
Yes.
For simplicity's sake, you can imagine you're in Whiterun, and you're now in Dragon's Reach.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you do anything while you're here?
Or am I in the room? Are we in
Yes.
the room?
Yes.
Um.
Everyone now has slept. Kane Descartes has also fallen asleep. So you're free to stay here and sleep as well, or if there's anything you want to do, you could try to achieve so.
mm, I'll go. Do I have a bed? I'll go to a bed.
There's a really big bed, so everyone can practically fit in it. But you can
More
also
almost
have
sharing a bed.
you can also have a space in a corner that has like, those circular seats that could also function as a bed. Yeah, that.
Sure. So like for a pet.
Yeah, but big. Like it's
Okay, I go
yeah.
there and then you know how dogs sleep? They like go in a circle and then they lie down. Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right. Okay. After which you spend the whole time resting and sleeping, and eventually you do feel most of your wounds begin to seal themselves as your bodies have adapted towards all the physical challenges you've had over the past few months. that even to the point of being close to brink of death, having a full night's rest at least recuperates your energy for the most part. Scars are still there, wounds are still fresh, but they've pretty much sealed. They will scar if it reopens, but in general, you look like you're in a much better state. Ragnarok, in particular, having his whole face like swollen off to the side, now has pretty much calmed down. There's still like black bruises everywhere, but none of his face is now disfigured. What do you do?
Click long rest.
No, I mean it's done. You wake up now.
Oh, oh, okay. So click
Stretch.
long rest.
Yes,
Yes, you can click long
Okay.
rest. Yes.
your casters need to select spells. Fancy
I,
freaks.
I will. I still have some foresight left. I'm not gonna use it now. Have like
So when
3
we went
hours
to
left.
sleep, yeah, when we went to sleep, you didn't have a ninth level, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
But yeah,
So
you need to do it fast.
I use it. I use the 9th level for teleport, but it's okay. I still got 3 hours left of foresight.
Yeah.
It's fine.
DM is poking out.
No, I was looking for paper so that I could use notes on, but instead I found my first ever 5e character sheet.
Oh.
It was a Crossbow Expert Battle Master. What the heck? What a lame
Oh.
loser. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry for distracting you. Keep going.
I don't even know where my first character sheet went.
What's his name?
Tyrael. Tyrael. Obviously not a Diablo fanboy, but he was
Oh, Tyrael.
he was Tyrael. He was a human, but he pretended to be elf because he wanted to be very beautiful. So he was
Edgy.
blonde and super vain and super playboy, but his charisma was so low. So he wanted to be like Howl's Moving Castle style.
Elf thief. Oh
Every
yeah.
girl, yeah, every girl he would go to, but he's human, and he would pretend to be elven. So whenever elves would be there in town, he would also be there and says, "Oh yes, of course, my fellow friends." But then he'd get caught right away because his charisma was like 8. But yeah, that was a fun idea.
Did he wear like fake elf ears or just?
No, he just covered them with his blonde hair, like Howl's Moving Castle style
Oh.
hair. But of
Howl's
course, like you
Moving
could
Castle
tell, like from the face and the structure, that he's not elven. But he might fool some. Like some girls, he can say like, "Oh, an elf, yes, indeed." But then they would go get undressed and realize he's not. But it's too late, so
If
might
we
as well.
go if we go for the World of Warcraft aesthetics, then his eyeballs would be like this.
No,
It
no,
would be this long. If
no.
we
We're
go by
doing
World of
we're
Warcraft
doing Lord of
standards.
Lord of the Rings style elf.
Okay.
I also don't do short elves. That's just weird to me. Like every elf I know is like tall, so slim and tall.
Hmm.
But anyway, sorry for distracting you. What were you saying?
It's alright.
What are we doing?
Go make Kane pick her up and do the thing.
Okay. As you come
Wait.
closer to him and you try to wake, wait, you were gonna say something?
Oh, I said Brigitte was bored for like 4 hours.
She was
I'm not
preparing herself.
not really. I'm just hiking myself up
Yeah.
before.
Okay,
I can do
so
this. I can do this. I can
as
do
you
this.
approach Kane Descartes, you with the goal of waking him up. Instead, however, you find him already dramatically looking outside the window. The window open, looking outside. The sun has set because the time now would be about close to 8 p.m. So he looks outside. There's a full moon tonight, and it seems almost like an aurora borealis. There's this mixture of like green and purple and red into the sky that just waves onto on a quite literal astral sea, not the mythical astral sea. Like the space is filled with stars, and it looks like a wave of rippling energy. And
Van Gogh Starry Night?
yeah, pretty close to that. Yeah. As soon as you come closer, but he doesn't even turn his head, and he says, "Ah, so you've awakened. Have your companions readied themselves?"
Yes, we are finally awake. You've been out quite a while.
Yes, I recovered most of my strength. I fear that for this endeavor it will be quite taxing for me. Well, if your companions are awake, then gather round as we prepare for the night's venture.
I consume two mutagens on the corner, still making sure that nobody looks at me when I do, because it's weird. Making like
Uh-huh.
imagine you're eating a pear, but you're like this. It's the same.
Yeah.
And I will even hurt myself
Wow,
just
emo.
to just to feel something.
Crawling in my skin.
Mm.
All right.
I took
What
8 damage. I to activate my right on my sword.
Okay. But you're just holding the hilt right now, right?
Yeah,
Okay. No problem.
it's still in the sheath. I just put my hand on it
Mm-hmm.
and make sure to keep holding it.
Okay.
Because from the sounds of it, we're not eating first, so I do that now.
Okay. No problem. As you do this, he now looks at Lisbeth and Vane. What are you guys doing? Do you just wake up and gather, or is there something you prepare?
I'm preparing spells.
No, I mean like physically, like in the
Okay, no.
game.
It'll
Okay.
just be preparing
I think
spells.
clerics have to physically prepare their spells. They have to
Yep,
pray
about
for them,
10
right?
minutes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Elizabeth's reciting the rosary.
Yeah, oh, the shield.
uh,
Use the shield.
yeah.
Joy to the.
And what about Vane?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, to interrupt.
Uh,
Yes.
were you gonna say something, Theodore? I think you got cut
No,
for a second.
no. I'm gonna let him finish, and then I remembered something.
All right, Vane, what are you doing? So you've just woken up. It's nighttime. Kane Descartes looking outside the window. Francis is right next to him, and it seems that they're getting ready to leave for the night. What do you do?
Mm, no, I'll just wait. I'll play with my hair or something.
Like cat-like or
Yeah,
seductive-like?
no, cat like.
All right, just making sure. Kane Descartes kind of good looking for a 70-year-old guy, but
Silver fox.
Silver
Yeah.
Fox, exactly. Yeah. Silver Foxes only. But
Damn, he's
uh,
rich.
that's true. Mighty
Uh,
adventure as well.
no, I remember that we need to keep track of the days for Elizabeth's channel divinity
Hmm.
Yeah,
because she
All
used
right.
it, and it last
divine.
time we checked,
Yeah,
it wasn't back up.
How long is the delay on that?
7.
I think
7 days
yeah,
And when was the last time
it's
she used it?
It
for my family.
was, yeah,
Uh,
when we were surrounded by the bad elves. I
No, I
would say it's
think you
probably
use it
about
to
six
dispel
days,
the
7 days by now, but
yeah.
not
oh,
sure.
because you summoned
Yeah,
tear.
She
form
she
here,
cleans
yeah.
yeah.
she
And
cleans
then
the
now,
whole race.
yeah, and he says like, yes, go on and seek vengeance. And I'm like, oh no.
Blood war, blood
Oh
war.
no.
Blood war, blood war. All right.
But yeah, probably like 6 days, right? By
Yeah.
now.
Last time we
So no, last time you did, I would say you have it now,
yeah,
just for
Okay,
simplicity's
cool.
sake. You would have it
Good.
now.
Ragnarok needed to sleep for 4 days to get rid of his exhaustions.
Uh,
We had one more day now, so
yeah,
five, and I think it happened at least 2 days before that,
yeah,
before he died. So it
yeah,
should be the 7 days. Should be back up.
yeah. Let's say it's back up. It's also been like a long time IRL, so it's might as well.
Yeah,
Seven
So
days.
you
or
now
four
feel after
months.
preparing your spells and after preparing your incantations and divinations, you feel this connection restore upon you as soon as you pray and you whisper "Amen" in this fantastical version of a language. You feel this connection and your shield grows bright, and there's this warmth that just runs through your body, and it's like you've reactivated the avatar state. It just makes more sense to you now.
Okay. Um, I'm looking at the party. I'm planning to cast a death ward. Was it death ward? On one of them. I'm trying to
Ooh.
see because I don't know whether the new cat girl is going to be sturdy or not. Or should I put it on Frigis? But Frigis runs away a lot. Ragnarok and I are more likely to die. I cast it on Ragnarok.
Oh, oh, you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
No, it's not that
You
hard.
should cast it on Frigis. She's made of wet paper.
I
She
think
always stays
What
away
Chinese
though.
paper?
I think she made the right call. I mean, you almost died right now.
I did, yes, and then some.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then some. I think you deserve this one.
Actually,
All
it
right.
doesn't say that it's concentration and or it gets
It's
dispelled if I
not.
cast it
It's not
again.
concentration.
I'm
It's just
Yeah.
You can cast
there.
on everybody if you
You
want
can
whether
cast it
it's
on
concert.
everyone.
I have
Yeah.
3, so I will cast on 3 of them.
Okay.
And
Wait,
Oh,
I see you cast it on Vayne. Wait, are you planning on bringing her with us? We don't even know if she can fight.
Vane, what do you do when you hear this conversation?
I was like, she's coming with us.
Meow. I don't know.
meow.
She's coming with us. She'll be fine. She has nowhere else to go. If she dies, then she dies. I
I
mean,
mean,
no, I didn't say that.
he does he does have a point. I mean, we practically drag her around without knowing if she's capable or not, and this place it's dangerous.
Uh, okay, so I'm not metagaming for you to bring Caleb along, just enough for you to know, because he did mention about the other Dragonborns who appeared. So you know for a fact that this person was a cat, and now they're a person. So it's your choice if you want to leave that out in the world to fend for themselves and bring it with you. It's up to you. But there's definitely some weird stuff going on with this person.
Rawr.
I mean, yeah, going by her, she used to be a cat like hours ago.
She
A
seems
normal cat
sentient enough.
even.
She can talk to us.
Mm.
It would be a bit dangerous to leave her
Can
out.
can you fend for yourself, Wayne?
Yes, of course.
Okay, then
I am
that
cat
settles it.
of jungle. Yes.
Then that settles it. Then
What kind of coloring is she? Like, is there any thing that would probably let us figure out what kind of a big cat was she?
Are you base needly or like leopard needly?
No, like real needly.
Base needly?
on
Like
basically,
Yes.
she has like dark brown mane onto her hair, like on like she even has like a bit of fur
Hmm.
onto her skin, but it's not thick enough. It's just like human hair. It's just a little bit more long than a normal person's would be, like a person who just doesn't shave and has been left in the jungle. In the
Hmm.
Philippines, we call that balbon. I don't know if that's anything else. So like a person who's particularly hairy. And Caleb's actually a balbon in real life, so very fitting. Uh, and there's not much of the feline aspect left into her except for her claws, her fangs, and if you look deep enough into her eyes are very cat-like, the diamond style, rather than a normal iris.
yeah, I think we can bring her along. Space needly.
Christmas Nidalee? Which Nidalee?
I'm looking at these kids right now.
She has like 30 skins.
Or like the
Yeah,
witch.
I have 3.
I still
don't
think the
play.
best one is the orange hair one.
I haven't played League of Legends in years, but I remember I had 3 skins. I had the witch Nidalee
Oh
and 2 others.
no.
Oh,
Leopard needly hot.
I don't play Nidalee. Anyway,
Anyway.
anyway,
Yes.
All right. So eventually you all gather together, and as you gathered, Kandikar just now mentions to you, "Ah, yeah. So I hope you've brought everything you need. Tonight will be a rather eventful night. To restore the power of the circlet to its true form and for me to continue casting the incantation that binds it, we must reach a place of power. Fortunately, I know one that I can teleport us to. However, after that, all my energy will be left only for the incantation. So, I can only bring us there. To travel back would be a different story. I hope you have everything you need.
I will just take like 10 minutes
Mm-hmm.
to mix up my. I will make 10 healing poultices using
Alright.
the 10 fool's bells and
Windwheel
wind
Aster.
wheel as asters I had in my bag.
Okay.
Now it's both at 0, but I have 10
Alright.
healing poultices since I don't have time for actual potions.
Well, there's still HP that can heal you.
Yeah.
Alright. You can add them into your inventory as you spend all your recipes.
Yeah, it's the 10 I got from back when the first time he crashed at the Shadow Song Valley.
Yeah. Yeah.
He had 20, he used 10, and then he took 10 more, and
Yep.
that's the same that in his bag since like a year and a half ago.
So it's like dried up now.
Yeah,
Yeah. Alright.
when they're
Right.
always dried up.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The herbs that we can keep them dried.
Mhm.
The poultices only last 24 hours.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
You're
why
right.
you don't make them in advance. We have to know when something is gonna happen, and that's probably a good point to use them.
Okay. Then in which case, he just mentions to you to ready anything you would need to ready. If this was a Japanese RPG, it's the continue or I will come back for you later moment. So if you need to prepare anything or bring anything with you, now's the time to do that. Otherwise, he will be then teleport you towards the place of power, where it will give him enough control of the arcane weave to restore the circlet that is with you.
I'm ready.
Yes.
What about Lisbeth and Vane?
I think
Yes.
I'm done with the spells.
All right. From which he then casts together. He puts his staff right in front of him, which is just an ordinary quarterstaff. It's not a Gandalf quarterstaff. It's literally just a stick, but then he extends his other hand in front of it and he gestures a circular motion. And after a while, there's this darkness that just grows underneath you from the floor, and suddenly this beam of bright light that goes up to the ceiling of the room. It's very different from the way Frigis teleports you, where you just get sucked into a portal. Here, instead, it just comes from the floor. There's these arcane sigils that arrive off into a circle. Beaming light grows up onto the top, and he continues to gesture his hand, and then he extends them both outwards. Everything grows bright white outside of the room except for the ones inside the circle. You can only see things inside the circle. Everything else is bright white, but eventually that white light fades, and you find yourself on top of a mountain. The wind is cold, the air is thin, and you can see yourself standing and looming across the rest of Goldenvale. The clouds are actually much closer to you, so you're very high altitude. And from here, you can see this old pyre just from the ground rising upwards. And it looks very similar to the black crystals that you have been destroying this entire time. But this one looks much different. The black crystals were mostly translucent with white silver lightning strikes that were piercing off into the middle. This one, however, looks like it's made out of stone. And from there, Kane Descartes, after casting the teleportation spell, he catches himself onto his quarterstaff and just gives everyone a look. He then moves forward, reaches out for this obsidian like object, the pyre thing that rises from the ground, and he extends his hand towards it. And from there, purple lines grow everywhere. and his eyes roll back. It turns bright purple, and his eyes are just like that. It's almost like he's having a seizure. From there, you hear this these movements come off from the back of this pillar, and suddenly these three ghost-like entities begin to fly out. Roll for initiative.
But damn, we're not even in. Let us in, man. Let me in. Let me in.
And shift
Initiative.
my sword.
Oh yeah, right. I still have advantage. That's
Yes.
good to know.
All right, we're gonna do theater mind so that we don't take too long. It's already 9:43, but also I didn't prepare the battle map, so
It's all right. I got 14.
yeah. It's not a particularly interesting area. There's just this one pillar off in the middle. Everything else is difficult terrain. The creatures are 10 feet above you, um, just floating above you, and it looks like they are very different from the ghosts that you've defeated before. It looks similar to when you visited Furukazad's area, those crystal ghosts that were living inside the crystals. So they look very similar to that. And they are obviously hostile, as you could sense that the arcane weave around them is in flux. Like you see literally static electricity going around wherever they are. Everyone roll for initiative.
I got 14.
Okay. I'm doing everything manual now, so
Oh, sorry, 20 then.
Mine was 18.
Ragnarok 20, Vayne and Lisbeth 18, Frigis 14.
Damn. I'm
What a
going
loser.
last.
2016 character sheets. Yuck. All right. All right. So Ragnar, Vayne, Frigis.
It's the being teleported, it woke him up.
Hmm. So for simplicity's sake, we'll call it Ghost 1, Ghost 2, Ghost 3. They're not really ghosts, but let's pretend that. Okay, so you just have to imagine that they're 10 feet above you, just floating everywhere in space. From here, one of them begins to move, and he's color blue. He's ghost number 1, and he just swoops down towards Kane Descartes. And he swoops down towards Kane Descartes. You can see that as he passes through the body, Kane Descartes' vessel already moved backwards, and almost like he's having a seizure. You can hear him audibly say, "Go!" as if his life is being sucked out of him. The creature then swoops back up and then swings down towards Ragnak. Ragnak, your AC is
16, but
16.
as he enters my reach, I will reaction attack.
okay.
Langort
Okay.
for 35 to hit.
It's
Are you sure?
you can hit a Tarask with that, yeah.
Or 24 points of damage.
Okay.
Because I'm not raging.
All
Just
right.
24.
From there, as you cast Langort, he then avoids you and then moves towards Lisbeth instead. And he swoops down towards Lisbeth for a miss. He then eventually swoops
Kabazio,
back up. Yes,
can I reaction?
yes, you can. You can.
Parry gang. Parry
Very
gang.
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 Ah, it's a 2. So almost a 20.
Okay. With that, that's a miss. He then eventually flies upwards. They have flyby, so no opportunity attack, and he ends his turn. The number 2 ghost, which is green, swoops down towards Vayne and tries to do the same thing to her that had happened to Deckard Kane. This one hits, and as it hits, Vayne suffers. Oh, nice max rolls. 28 points of necrotic damage.
Oh my goodness.
He swoops
Nice.
up and then goes towards Frigis. Does the same thing. But this time it misses.
Okay.
Ragnar, your turn.
I will also Cavasion.
Oh, nice.
I have the silver light with me. Do I
Mhm.
attack 2 times or just 1? Because one attack.
One attack roll. Because Langort said it's one attack roll. Actually, no, it's attack within your reach. So go ahead and make 2.
Okay. Okay.
I'll rule
but
it some
I
other
have,
time.
I
Wait.
have advantage because foresight.
Yes.
Because he made 2
That's
attacks?
No,
hit
he
weapon
has a
allows
magic sword that gives
Oh, okay.
multiple attacks per attack.
okay. 1. That's it. Oh, nice. That's a 12.
Mm-hmm.
I will roll for
I-
another attack.
Add your intelligence too.
No, I don't have my blade song up yet, so no, not yet.
That's right. It's
Uh,
not his turn yet.
Okay.
17?
Mm-hmm. 17 to hit or 17 damage?
17 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. Nice. Another 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. I'm done.
All right. So how much damage was the first?
Also 12.
Okay. Oh yeah, right. Another 12 for a total of 24. Okay. Now it's Ragnar's turn. They're all above you 10 feet. What do you do?
The third one didn't do anything.
Not yet.
Then I'm gonna attack that one.
Mm-hmm.
The one that didn't do anything yet.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna throw my sword at him
Go ahead.
for a 35 to hit
Hits.
and a 35 to hit a third time in a row.
Hits.
It's broken.
For a total of
All right. 43
um
plus right.
39.
39.
Yeah, I'm not raging,
Okay.
so 2 less per attack.
Okay. So 39.
It's easier to remember than to make 2 different
Yeah,
things.
you're right.
It's gonna clutter otherwise.
Yeah.
I'm already cluttered it enough for my the right die, lightning powder, and the use your random fog lines.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you. I understand. All right. So he suffers 39. Do you do anything else?
Yes, I will first and foremost move. Just interpose myself between them and Descartes, even though it doesn't really work since
Sure. But
It-
you just basically stand beside
they
the
fly.
card.
Yeah.
Okay.
And bonus action, nothing. I can't throw my pommel. Oh yeah.
All right. Okay, so you
Comes
end your
back.
turn.
Yes.
Okay. With that, it is now the one who has an attack, which is color red, the one you just threw your sword to. This guy, instead of coming down, he pulls his hand backwards and he lets out these spectral lashes towards all of you. From there, it's pretty much a dexterity save.
Is this a magical effect?
It is a magical effect.
Nice. I make
Remind me,
advantage.
how does the elven armor work?
It's just half damage all the time to you.
But is it only spells? Is it advantage or only on the damage?
Doesn't it have like magic resistance or anything to it?
Which kind of magic resistance is it basically? Is
It's
it
basically
a
magic
save? Is it
resistance
a
towards-
resistance to them?
No, it's resistance to damage on spells.
Oh.
This counts towards a spell.
Oh right. All right,
Resistance
they
to
did do that.
That's why you wore it instead of your piercer, and then you got
Yes.
stabbed.
Finally, I'm gonna make use of this armor for the first time in like the 4 months. Yeah, I've been wearing it.
All right. So
Uh,
next saves, please.
Yes, at
24.
disadvantage. 19 at
Not bad.
disadvantage.
That's a save. Bridge is 24. Vane is 12. Is that correct?
Do I make
Lisbeth,
one too?
make a. Yes, everyone does.
Wait, hang on. Where's my sheet? Dex.
Ooh, sweet.
21.
Nice.
Okay. So the ones who saved are everyone except for Vane. And to the ones who saved only suffered 10 points of fire damage. Ragnar 5.
Fire.
Yes, it's fire damage, not necrotic. And Vane suffers 21 points of fire damage. It is now Vane's turn. What do you do? They're all still 10
Uh,
feet above you.
oh wait.
10
Yeah,
feet.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. How much damage was this? 10?
20, 10, 10 for you, yes.
Okay. I already used my reaction, so say
Okay.
I have absorb elements ready.
Okay. Now, Vane, what do you do?
Um, the guy who cast the fire thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Can I earthbind him?
Uh,
Ooh.
let's see. Can you lick your spell always? Because I don't remember the spells are 5e.
Oh no. I have to enter VTT.
Oh, that is fine. I can see it.
Okay.
Okay, it has to make a strength saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it fails. 5 on the dice. Its spectral form, as it releases these four tendrils of red energy, a hand just appears from the ground, pulls it down, and it's now prone onto the floor.
Okay.
Oh, it suffers
And
damage
then
too. You can
does
make a
it?
d6. Yeah, you can make a d6 because it falls 10 feet.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's fall damage.
Okay.
Its speed is 0. It can't maintain flight. It falls. So,
Okay. 4.
all right, suffers 4.
And then for bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
I'll turn into a water elemental.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Do you do anything
Nice.
else?
Hmm. Does it have to make a save already?
It did.
For the water elemental,
I don't
each
know what that
creature
does.
in the elemental space must make DC 15
Does that
saving
include
throw.
allies?
I guess creature.
Then that would be everyone except for Ragnar.
Oh
All right.
well.
But the others make it too, since they're within 10 feet. So
Do we make it now?
win-win. Yes.
We made
I'm
what?
so sorry.
Is Dex? Wait, what? Which
Saving
save?
strength DC
Strength.
15.
All right.
Strength, huh? Is this a magic effect?
No, it's an
I
elemental.
don't
No,
know.
We're
I don't think
inside
so.
it.
Alright, I have foresight anyway.
All right. All right. So
Foresight
both
OP.
everyone fails, including the one who's already on the ground.
What?
DC
I don't.
15.
I
Plus
made a
15
20.
needed?
It's DC 15.
Mhm.
So what does it do,
Everyone
Kyle?
failed? 2d8 plus 4. And if it is larger or smaller, it is grappled.
Okay. So no grapple.
Larger or smaller? Oh, okay,
Large
okay,
If it
because
or
is,
okay,
larger
okay,
small
sorry, if
size.
it is large or smaller.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, if it's larger or
Oh.
smaller, then everyone falls grappled.
But if
But
you fail the save, right?
If you fail to save, all the ghosts are
yeah,
grappled.
Okay,
Oh.
uh,
for us, we are all okay.
Yeah.
13 damage. Yeah, 13 damage. 13
Okay.
bludgeoning damage.
Do we take half
Okay.
damage?
Yes.
So that is
No, it's not half damage. It doesn't say
Okay.
half damage.
So
alright.
they just save. Then it means it's a miss.
Also, wait. Until the grapple ends, the target is restrained and unable to breathe.
Okay.
Unable to breathe. Oh yeah. Oh well, there goes. So it would have
Yeah.
been bad for us.
Yeah.
Also, I can only grapple 2 medium.
To
It's
what?
perfect. So one guy fell, and then the two other ghosts that you attacked are now being grappled. So red is on the ground, no flying. Blue and green are grappled by your water elemental.
Okay,
Water
yeah,
elemental.
that's it.
Okay, Lisbeth, your turn.
How far is the one that fell on the ground?
They're all now within 5 feet of you as they fell.
Oh, okay. Including the grapple one.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to it and try to smash it once with my sunlight.
Okay. All right. Which one? There's a blue,
The
green, and
red
red
one.
ghost. Okay.
The one that was not grappled.
Go ahead.
So that's 29.
Hits.
You have
And
advantage. It's prone, right?
Yeah, you have advantage. Maybe you
alright,
crit.
I'll try to crit. No, it's a 13.
All right. It's at 8 points of damage, but it seems to be vulnerable to radiant, so that's 16.
Yep, and then I will use my bonus action to um that thing, Spirit Guardian,
The
except for the three of us and the water elemental, I suppose. I can see
Okay.
Spirit Guardian
them
is
all.
an action, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit. My bad. The
Yeah,
bonus
then
action is
That's
spiritual weapon. So I guess I'll just do spiritual weapon then.
Okay.
didn't
Level.
you attack with the bonus action already?
Hmm? No, I attack
I
with
mean,
an action.
yeah, but
the
you
second
attack
roll. It was
twice.
to see if no, it was to see if she
Oh,
crit.
right,
Yeah.
advantage. Right, right,
Yeah, the
right, right, right.
advantage.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Wait, why is my level 4 slot not used up? There we go. Yeah, you guys just remember that you all have that thing.
Oh,
Death
yeah,
ward.
right, Death Ward.
Death ward, yep.
I made a
Okay.
paper and put it in front of me. Forget.
And I keep it there for 2 months.
Yes.
Sorry,
In the
my
other game, I put like a D8 in front of me because
Mm-hmm.
of the like initiative boost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's still there. I'm gonna remove it now because the day passed. Yeah. In between the two games, like 3 weeks, it stayed here.
Alright, yeah. I'm going to cast level 6 spiritual weapon for now.
Go ahead.
And it's going to be attacking the red color one that is not
Go
grappled.
ahead.
29.
It's a melee spell weapon attack, so it's with
Yes.
advantage, right?
Do spiritual weapon get advantage?
I don't
Anyway,
know.
it
We'll just
doesn't.
say we.
Yep.
I thought no, but yeah,
Yeah. It's like because it
game
can't
Yeah,
flank
I'm
decided.
making
anyway.
Yeah.
Alright. But yeah, it's a 29 with a 22 damage.
Okay. Gotta love math. All right. Then now it's Fridge's turn.
Nice. I will play song first, and
Mm-hmm.
then I will move towards the closest thing I can see.
They're all 5 feet. So
Okay,
blue and green
I'll
are
just
grappled. Red is prone.
I'll just I'll attack 6 times
Mm-hmm.
to the blue guy,
Okay.
to the blue man group.
Roll. Okay.
Okay, 6 times advantage always.
First hit.
23. Okay, Song of Victory, I add +5 to intelligence. I add +5 to my damage, so that's 14. Second
Okay.
time, all right, 26,
Mm-hmm.
and took so long to scroll up and down, up and down. 13, that's the second
On
one.
the third strike, he dissipates off into nothing.
Okay, that's a second one.
All
I'm
right.
gonna
Yes,
count
that's
for you, though.
okay. So that's 2. I will target
Oh,
the
more.
green one, right? Which is still grappled.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Number 3. Okay. 29.
Hits.
Man, I have too much power. So that's 17.
Okay.
That number 4. Burger King food lettuce. The last thing you want. 25.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing you want in your
Another
ghost is a bunch
17.
of stabs.
Wait, how many was this?
Oh wait.
Yeah,
One,
one more.
two, three, 4, 5. I still got 2 more.
Yeah, you still have two more.
Oh, two more. Yes.
Oh no, the 20 to hit still.
It's. I think Fyodor was right about multi attack.
11. And then last one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's a double 2. That's
Does not hit.
oh man. Oh, I will. So that's 6 attacks. I have my blade
Yes.
song out. I will try to move away.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fly up vertically for 50 feet,
Okay.
and
Oh, then they make an
I
attack of opportunity against you.
I have
Mobile.
mobile feet.
Oh,
Uh,
damn. Yeah, you're right.
unless the other guy is also within 5 feet of me,
No,
so
no, no,
he can
no.
still. Okay,
Oh,
I
yes, he
have
does.
more.
But
Yeah, but
the guy
he's
in red, he
restrained, right?
does, but he's restrained. He can make an attack action against you for attack of opportunity, but it's disadvantage. Oh, but it
Mm-hmm.
hits. So let's see
Nice.
if that does anything for you.
I cast shield as a reaction?
Then it misses.
Okay. One thing about my shield, it's free now because of my features.
Oh, sweet. You get like the master level 1 spell, right?
Yeah, it's free now.
OP. OP.
Nice. And that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. All right. Then now it is Descartes. Descartes just surges with electricity onto the thing, and his eyes that were leaned backwards with a purple glow now just beams purple light straight to the sky, and you can see like clouds forming around it. And now it is Green's turn. Green is grappled, but he's still next to Ragnarok, still next to Lisbeth, and he swings towards Ragnarok and Lisbeth.
Is that
Uh,
sentinelable?
yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
You have
You can.
sentinel?
I will also try to rebuke his attack.
Oh wow. Okay, go ahead. Reaction
And
guy.
he's grappled. So 35
Of course.
again.
Is it advantage?
mm, yeah, you're flanking with Ragnarok, so yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Plus
Wait.
7.
If you
17?
give us flanking, then yes. 24 points of damage.
Okay.
17 hit?
Hits.
13 damage.
Poor guy. He attacked Lisbeth and missed. He attacked Ragnarok, and as he's attacking Ragnarok, Ragnarok's spectral blade cuts off his fibers and cuts down. And on the other side, a spear from the water elemental just forms through, and it just double cuts him. And you see, like paper lanterns just being burnt off into that. He turns off into multiple pieces and just disperses. He's gone. There's only red guy left. And now it's Ragnarok's turn.
After purifying the guy,
Mm-hmm.
I will go and try to do the same to the prone one
Go ahead.
for 36. Hey, upgrade.
Low?
36.
For 20 points of damage.
How do you do it?
Oh, nice.
Just rest. Stab down.
All right.
Because he's grappled to the ground by something, right?
Yeah, by the hand of soil, yes.
I'm not gonna break the hand because I don't know. Ragnar doesn't know how that works, so he just goes through the head to the ground.
Okay. All right. In which case, as you stab the weapon down onto the ground, you see this rather peaceful burning away of the fibers of the creature. After which, as it bursts through, Descartes' eyes still pierce through the night, but then four more beams of light strike down and hits each one of you. You all get an ability score increase. One, the feat, not an actual ability score increase. So go to the feats. You get ability score increase 1. So you get to choose one score that you want to increase permanently.
Oh.
Nice.
Yo.
And as he does, you can hear Kane Descartes, his hand still onto the pillar. He says, "Give me the circlet."
Give him the circlet.
You hand him the circlet, and he puts it onto. It's still in his hand. It's just there, and he puts both his hands into this pillar of ancient arcane power, and he says, "Quickly, you must step into the portal." And from here, instead of the usual dimensional door that appears, there seems to be from underground a hole that appears just from the ground itself. It's like a crack into the ground, and it just creates a rift into where you're standing. And as you're looking down, there's only this red light that just seeps through from underneath. It's almost like a rift that leads to Mordor. And he asks you to jump in. And he says, I will keep the rift open for one day. If you are unable to return, then you will be lost into the eternal abyss. Quickly! My strength is fading.
I jump down it.
Mm-hmm.
No time to lose. Still weapon in hand, go in.
Okay. What about the other two?
Yes.
Okay. You both jump down into this chasm, this rift that had now appeared down into the ground. And from here, as you get closer and closer towards this orange light, more and more heat begins to envelop your body. In fact, at a point in time while you're falling, which feels like you've been falling for a minute now, feels like your body just bursts off into flames, but there's no physical affliction. It's all just based on feeling. After a while, you begin to see this very big expanse of a golden ocean, and eventually, you feel sand underneath your feet, and you all begin to roll down what looks like a desert. And you look above you, there's this crackle in time, just a black crack into reality that just closes, and you hear this voice echo back into the area, and it says, Quickly, you have no time to waste. Seek your mission and mutter my name 4 times, and I will open the portal once more. And then he just wishes you luck. And as you stand up, sand shifts in between your feet. There's this blistering sunlight that just goes down above you. Everywhere you look, there is nothing. An eternal sea of sand, of absolute nothing, except for what stands in front of you. A pyramid with one central door already open, beckoning you to come in. You look around and you remember that the words immaterial plane were mentioned to you. And now it begins to make sense. As you hold your hand into the sand, it sifts through your fingers and turns into water and then into steam. It seems that the normal rules that would apply into the material plane aren't so here. And each step you take closer towards the pyramid feels like you're just in a puddle of this weird, floaty feeling. It's almost like you're being lifted up by a magnetic force, and it just feels hard to maintain your balance as you get in there. You go towards the entrance of this pyramid, and as you come in, a line of torches begin to go poof, 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 poof. And from here, on every corner of the wall, suits of armor from different areas begin to riddle it down. You could see Persian clothing. You could see classic European knights in full plate. You can see samurai armor here in the corner. You can see like the Christian Templars also there. It's all just lined up into a wall, and it only leads to one straight path. What will the party do? Where will this pyramid take them? Where are they? Will they make it back alive from the immaterial plane? Will they find the sword of Orcus? We're gonna find out next time when we play again. Thank you for playing, guys. GG. We're gonna end that session tonight. Make sure to include your ability score
Yep.
increase number 1 feat.
Thank you, DM.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
should be number 2 because when we killed the lion in hell, we got 1.
Okay, then
Yeah.
yeah, it's number 2 then.
Number
Yeah,
two.
you can get
Yeah,
number 2.
okay. Sure.
Oh, when you
Yeah.
killed the chimera like thing.
Yes.
What was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You
No,
got the
Caleb
first one
gets
there.
Goop gets 1. Goop gets 1. Goop does
Oh.
not get 2.
Oh, good.
Oh, sorry. Vane gets 1, not 2.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Thank you for playing, guys. GG.
Yeah. GG.
Um,
Yeah.
We're still alive.
I'm
now.
still available next week to run the game, but I think for a week, maybe 2 weeks after that, I won't be available as I'll be in Myanmar. So we'll see when we can play again after that. I'll keep you guys in touch. But yeah, we're going to play again next week for sure.
I
Okay.
will be available next week, I think. No, wait, I don't.
Mhm.
No, wait.
It's okay. We'll work it out. But hopefully, if we get to play next week, then we can at least run one more session before I go 2 weeks into Myanmar. Maybe I can even run in Myanmar at night because I only imagine I'll be at a hotel. It's just a question of connectivity if the internet is good because there's like a literal war there. So we'll see how that goes.
I
All
won't
right.
be available for the last week of April and probably for the rest of May.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Then that's a good
So
time for us to. But are you available next week still at any day?
only next week. I think until Friday.
Okay, then yeah, we should be able to
Need
run
to,
our
yeah.
usual schedule then. If not, we'll find a day because I
Yep.
really want to run the next session we before
Take
we go into a
too
quick
long.
break.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I'm gone 2 weeks and you're gone 2 weeks, then that'll be
I'm
almost like half
gone
a month before
5
we run again.
weeks.
Oh, 5 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a good time for Lisbeth to pray for like 5 weeks. All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
GG
All right.
everyone.
Thank you guys.
See you
See
soon.
you.